The former athletic director, Tom Harris, saw me coaching in high school, and we had a playoff game at Barco, and he told one of his friends that's going to be my next coach. And so when the job opened, he called me and asked me had I applied, and I told him no, and he said, "We'll get your resume in." And I said, "Coach, a whole lot of people after that job." And he said, "Don't worry about it, I'm handling this." So I got hired by Tom Harris and Dr. Alex James, who was the president at that time.
His legacy is he's the best that ever did it. You know, he's probably the best coach to come out of Division II, and he's up there with some of the Division I coaches. And you know, if I could be half the coach, you know, he won a lot of CIAA, he won national championships, and he was just a great guy on the court and off the court. And like I said, he's a living legend.
So I always been there for him, he's been there for me, and you know, he always asked about my mom asked about him. You know, getting drafted and being at his house was, I think, was better than being in New York, because being him in 4 years with him and having my back, so I went to New York, nobody would have had my back.
Not only just a coach, a father figure, a brother, an uncle, but most of all, a friend, a true friend. You know, he's just not a great person. He's introduced me to a lot of other great people.
You know, you just try to do the best you can do. When I hear coaches now want a 4-year contract, a 5-year contract. I had a 1-year contract. And people say, well, what if you don't do well? Well, you don't do well, you get up and do something else. So as far as motivation, I think self-motivated to do the best I could do as a coach, but to try to put the best product on the floor. And we were blessed to win the CIAA my first year, and in our second year we were not only CIAA and regional champions, we won the national championship, and that pretty much set the tone for what we were to do over the next 28 years.
Climbing out of that local recognition into more of a national prominence. Again, when you move around and they called him at that time, from my understanding, the White Shadow. But he, again, I would say single-handedly lifted Virginia Union when it comes to basketball and national attention and national respect. There are a lot of young men who came under him.
He's been a good role model for me over the years, and a good person to fall back on. And, you know, when I need someone to talk to about, you know, X's and O's or just about life, you know, Coach has always been there for me.
It's a great night, great guy. This man won 700 plus games, almost 24 games a year. I mean, 3 decades. I mean, it's amazing.